Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make a basic cake. This is for my daughter's teacher whose birthday is tomorrow, and seriously, it's 7 o'clock, 7:30. This is a last minute cake. It really is. I want it to look really nice because I've made her a couple of really nice cakes, but I literally do not have the time at the moment. So I'm just going to, seriously, the voice is about to start, and I'm going to see if I can do it in the next 2 hours, decorate the cake. I've got my cake here. It's a very basic job of covering. It's a caramel mud cake with caramel Italian meringue buttercream, which is absolutely delicious. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a mosaic pattern around it in greys, and I'm going to make a very simple pink flower to go on it. So hope you enjoy the tutorial. Okay, sorry, you have to excuse how messy my house is. Okay, I've just got pink fondant. I've mixed this with Tylo. I've mixed a fair bit of Tylo in because I really want it to harden quickly. So, and what I've got here is I've got some petal cutters.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 different sizes. They've got like a tiny, they kind of look a little bit like love hearts. It just came in a set of 3. So what I need to do is I need to roll out my fondant very thinly. And then I'm going to kind of smooth it out using a modelling tool. I'll show you all how to do it. I'll probably turn the volume off and do it in fast motion or whatever. And I'm basically going to do 4 of each size. So I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so next I've got this, it's just a foam block. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my ball tool, and you just basically need to just squash it down. You're just trying to really thin out the petal. So just basically push it down, thin out all your petals, and then just set them aside, and then we'll assemble it together. So you can see just how I've done that like that. It's pretty simple. It's a lot easier to do it on a foam block than it is, you buy these, I think I just, a couple of dollars or something, which I just found somewhere. So, yep, do that and then just set your petals aside.
Yeah.
So I just want to show you here, you can see how it's kind of, whoops. You're going to ruffle it around. You can see these ones I got here, they're sort of getting ruffled as you're doing them. So that's all fine to, let it get ruffled. Obviously you don't want like little dots in it. You just basically want to squish out each side, and it's going to ruffle up as you go. Okay, so you can have a look here, see how my petals are nicely ruffled. Really didn't take that long. Next thing is to assemble it. Now, we're going to start, if you think, with the big petals. If you think of a clock, you've got 4 big petals. You're going to basically place it 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So literally, where's my... Just put one down, bit of water at the bottom of the petal, and then put your 6 o'clock there, bit more water on top of the petal, and put your petal at 3 o'clock, and then put your petal at 9 o'clock. So you can see what my pattern looks like here. Now, because you sort of want to keep it a bit ruffled up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bit of toilet paper and just sort of chuck it underneath so that my flower is going to dry nicely. And then what I'm going to do is I'll put it on fast motion. Then basically I'm going to do the next layer in between the gaps. So I'll put one here, one here, one here, one here. And then likewise my last petals will probably go at 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Okay, so I'm just going to do the middle part. I've just got this little ball of pink, which I'm just going to roll into a ball, stick in the middle of my flour, and then I've got these sugar pearls. Seriously, these are awesome. They last forever. And I'm just going to add some water on top of my ball and stick some sugar pearls on top.
There.
Okay, so this is what my flour looks like. It looks pretty bad there, just as it's drying, but look, it will look really pretty once it hardens. So, you can sort of play around with how you're going to do it as it's drying. Hopefully, it will dry in the next few hours while I do the rest of the cake. Okay, I just want to show you how to get the colours. This is like an ombre mosaic cake, basically. I've just coloured using a little bit of black Americolor colour to get my dark grey shade. My top shade is going to be white. So rather than adding colour to these ones and trying to get them, I always end up adding too much. And what you do is you get your darker shade, you have your lighter shade, and then you literally just grab, a bit of this, and I'm going to add it to this. And I'll see what sort of shade I get with that, whether it's, the next shade from that, and then you know how much you've added to this, you add a bit more for that and then a tiny bit more, and that's how you get your shades. Okay, so you can see I've got all my 5 different colours. I don't know how much I'm going to fit on. I may not put the white at the end. It's a bit hard to tell in the light. Anyway, and my flour's over there drying, which is good. Okay, so next thing I'm going to add phthalo powder to all of these. Here's my circle cutter, and it's simply a matter of rolling it out and stamping out my circles. Okay, so I'm basically just going to start sticking them on. I want to do 2 layers of the dark, then I'm basically going to cut out all the layers and start sticking them up. It's pretty straightforward, so I'm not going to bother showing you. I'll show it to you when it's finished. Okay, so I've just finished the cake. You can see, I've got all the circles on. I should just stuck that flour on. It was, it's not quite dry. I mean, the petals are harder, but they're still a bit soft. But I just dabbed a bit of water and I've just stuck that on. I just thought, stuff it. Let's just stick it on the cake, and then the cake's totally finished. So yeah, look, that's a cake. It's what's the time? I think I've been just doing it for a couple of hours. It takes a bit of time rolling out those circles, sticking them on. They're not perfect. You can sort of see I haven't rolled out the right thickness or anything like that, but from a distance you can't really tell. I think it looks pretty good. So that's the flour there. If I wanted to, I could sort of chuck in some flour, toilet paper, and just ruffle it a bit more, but I'm happy with how it looks. So that is it. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial.